तो जब आप एक फिल्म में हैं और आप एक कैरेक्टर के साथ हैं तो आप वो शूट खत्म करते हैं. ये अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि क्योंकि ये सारी फिल्में साथ में आएंगी, बट जब आप एक फिल्म पे काम उस कैरेक्टर के अंदर होते हैं एंड देन ऑब्वियसली यू डिस्कनेक्ट एंड देन यू क्रिएट अनदर कैरेक्टर. बट आई होप कि जब आप फिल्में देखें तो आपको वो डिफरेंस दिखे एंड आई होप यू लाइक इट.
John, hello sir, here from Midday. First of all, fantastic trailer. The best thing about Attack is the poster. We see Jacqueline Fernandez, Rakul Preet Singh, and then John Ibrahim. We don't have too many films where an actress's name appears before an actor's, and you have taken this stand. So, can we see this as a regular practice, at least from your side?
Well, I think it was a conscious decision, and I think as a producer, my actors are very precious to me, and Jacqueline and Rakul are very, very precious to me. So they deserve for their names to be before mine. So I don't know whether it can become a practice, but in my case, it will always be a practice. And talking about the poster, I'd like to, one person I didn't call on stage because I didn't see him around is Rajiv, who has actually designed these posters. Rajiv, are you in the house? He's not here, but Rajiv from Marching Ants has designed these posters. And he's done a fantastic job with these. So, even placing these, big hand to Rajiv.
And Jacqueline, this is your fourth film with John. You have done Household, Race, Dishum. So how much do you feel you both have evolved as actors in these last 10 years?
Well, they've all been hits, they've all been successful. And I think the energy is just so important when you're working with somebody. And somehow, now because we've done so many films together, it's so natural and just to work with him, just to do scenes with him, it just comes very naturally, it comes very, yeah, it's a great energy. And of course, this is the first film with you as also my producer. So I have to say, better experience.
John, towards your left. Hi. Firstly, congratulations. This looks spectacular. The
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
My question to you is, you were talking about budgets and as to how, we have limitations of budget. So how is it to pull off such a scale on such limited budget?
So I think, honestly, I give credit to Laksh. Laksh, my director, he's a very talented young boy. Problem is he knows it, but he's very, very talented, and we actually did have limitations on budgets because production is also a business, and Jayanti Bhai will tell you this, it's a business. So you look at recovery, etc. But I think, which is why I call the entire team up, because if it wasn't for people like Suchit, Subranto, Vishwadeep Da, and the entire team sitting here actually, if it wasn't for the contribution of each one of them, I don't think we would have got it in contained budgets. There were times when Suchit came to me and he said, John, we're really going over. We're going over. And Suchit, correct me if I'm wrong. And I said, but second wave of COVID hit, my budgets are cut. How do I do it? But we used to sit, we used to work it out, and we used to shake hands, and we've got a fantastic product. So I think it's all about teamwork. It's all about a team wins a match when all 11 players play well, not when one player plays well. So I think in us, it's that teamwork of all our players together. So I can't credit any one of us individually, it's all of us together.
And I have another question for Jayanti, sir. So, you have RRR releasing on 25th and Attack on 1st April. How do you plan to divide the screens between these two films?
हर फिल्म की अपनी किस्मत है, आरआरआर की अपनी किस्मत है, अटैक की अपनी किस्मत है, और ऐसे जो पेन मरूद हमारा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं, संजय जी पूरा उसका भार लेते हैं, और उन्होंने पहले ही प्लान किया कि वो फिल्म हम लोग ने 1 अप्रैल को पहले डिसाइड किया था कि ये 1 अप्रैल को आ रही है। आरआरआर की डेट ऊपर नीचे हो रही थी, बहुत बारी ऊपर नीचे हुई, तो हम लोग कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रहे थे क्योंकि उनके बहुत सारे पार्टनर हैं। ये फिल्म पूरी हमारी है, तो ये लोगों को सरप्राइज़ देगी कि ऐसी इंडिया में फिल्म बनी है, मतलब ये सबको सरप्राइज़ देगी कि कोई से ने सोचा नहीं होगा इतनी अच्छी फिल्म इंडिया में बन सकती है।
John, towards the left. Success of Bachchan Pandey. What are your expectations from this film?
Thank you, first of all. And my expectations, I think everyone's feeling it. We've made a really damn good film, and we're all excited for it. And we're all looking forward I still haven't seen the film. John's seen it, and but I just knew from the time we were making it that you know, this is, and from what little I've seen and the conviction also that, you know, Laksh has, I'm excited. I think, you know, we've got something really amazing and very, very special, especially it being so unique. So yeah, expectations are high.
તમારા આ ફિલ્મ અને RRR એમાં theatres મળવાનું કઈ
બધું બધું આપણને મળશે.
બેઉ ફિલ્મો અમારી જ છે, એટલે જેટલા બી પૈસા આવશે બધા અમારી પાસે આવશે.
John, hi, towards the right. John, towards the right. Russell here from
Hi.
Bollywood, right? Everybody is saying it, but I have to repeat it. It's a gospel truth. The trailer is looking slick, sleek, sexy, kick-ass.
Thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate that.
John, I noticed the poster says, everybody has noticed this, Attack Part 1. So obviously we know there's a Part 2 in the making. When you all announced before the movie has already released that this is Part 1, there is any pressure, there is at least an anxiety, because sequels usually come when a movie is successful. That's how the industry works. So is there any pressure that this needs to be it, or you all are so confident that you all are completely sure this is going to be it?
So I'll tell you what we're confident about. So to answer your first question, we intend to make a part 2. We've got a script ready, but we can't comment on when we want to get going with it. Now, talking about the commercial success, you know, you can only decide to make a part 2 when your studio partner is on board. So I brought this question up with जयंती भाई से. जयंती भाई, हम लोग ने decide किया कि हम लोग part 2 कर रहे हैं. पहले part 1 को release तो होने दो. You know, that's the normal this. इसे चलो एक काम करते हैं हम लोग, John. हम लोग पहले part 2 का sign कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद Attack Part 1 release करते हैं. That was his level of confidence. So I don't know about the commercial success or failure of this film. I'm being honest. I'm not a trade expert. I'm not a reviewer. I don't understand this. But I can tell you one thing on record. We made a very, very good film. Very good film. And it's a very different film. So in management, there's a saying, the higher the risk, the greater the profit. So I think it's always important to try something new, because the audience will always appreciate that you made something different. So when you sit in also, you say, wow, these guys have really tried something unique. And I think that's what's special about Attack. So we want to carry that forward, because when you see our film, you'll understand that our story has to carry forward. Has to carry forward.
Laksh, my next question is to you. It is obviously something that Indian cinema, Hindi cinema needs. But I couldn't help but also, because I love these kind of movies, my mind went back a little bit to Vin Diesel's Bloodshot and then Van Damme's Universal Soldier also. Any inspiration from those movies?
Yeah, I think we've been inspired for a lot of movies. They've done it in Hollywood, no doubt. But honestly, Bloodshot, I don't want to say, because we were actually shooting it before Bloodshot released. All right. But at the same time, I didn't make the cyborg trope. That's already been there. So they have made lots of movies like that. But the actual inspiration came from DRDO, our own development research organization of India, is actually making super soldiers. So even they didn't come out with the concept of super soldiers, but they're making it in India here. But I do believe that we are the best army in the world, and we have the best scientists in the world, and they have come together to make India's first super soldier. All right, so that is what the actual inspiration is. And if I feel even in the current scenario, if something like this happens between, I can say, but we are the best army in the world and the best scientists, so we're there.
And my final question to John, Jayanti sir, and Laksh all together is that you were just now speaking about the budgets. And just for an example, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Andrew Garfield movie, which was one of the cheapest superhero movies, the budget for the VFX itself was 425 crores. So I would like, because people over here, the audience over here keeps complaining that the movies do not look at the same scale, do not look at the same vision. I would like you all to say something about how difficult it is to match that scale and match that vision.
So I'll just answer this question very simply in the Indian context, so you understand, and you'll understand this well. An actor's fee is usually close to 50%, if not more, of the entire budget. In our case, our VFX was probably 30% of the entire budget. So you can understand, am I right, Laksh, Suchit? Correct? So what I'm trying to tell you is, we have not spent on John Abraham, but we have spent on VFX on this film. Because the idea was to get out a good film. So if you ask Jayanti Bhai And I don't say this, I'm not in the race for charging the most or the least. But when it's your baby, you want the best product out. So Jayanti bhai will probably tell you what John Abraham has charged. 0? Minus. Yeah. So that's the way you make a good film and you spend on the film. So that people like you, when you spend your 500 or 1,000 or 2,000, come and see something that's worth it. And that's where you build credibility. So with Attack, we wanted to build credibility as a team, as partners, and also as producers. That's why it's an action film. Everybody says, "ठीक है, action है इसमें," but it's action with a difference. It's action done to the highest quality, VFX done to the highest quality, sound design done to the highest quality, music outstanding. You know, everything in this film has been taken 4 steps higher than on any other film. Forget that I have done, that the industry has done, because we wanted to get a product like this. So that's important. Now, if the film doesn't work for some reason, we have tried our best. No one can take that away from us. No one can take that. We can't say, contract may be lost. So we have done everything to make this work to the best of our ability.
Hi Jacqueline, Shatma this side from Home Bollywood. Jacqueline, आपके फैंस थोड़े बहुत डिसअपॉइंटेड थे जब उन्होंने आपको बच्चन पांडे में बहुत कम देखा. Well, can we expect more of you in this film?
Actually, with Bachchan Pandey, which we had made clear from the beginning, was a special role, which was always there. But yeah, in Attack, there is yeah, you'll definitely see something exciting.
Right. Also आपका एक डायलॉग है so cheesy वाला, तो what's the cheesiest line, रकुल और आप दोनों से सवाल है कि what's the cheesiest line you have ever heard from someone?
Wait, this is the cheesiest line.
और मेरे दिल में जो turbulence हो रहा है उसका क्या?
There we go. That was definitely the cheesiest. I don't know who, like Laksh wrote that, so yeah. Laksh has a lot of, John, oh you have that? They're full of them. They're full of them.
I said, let's have a cheesy line because.
Cheesy lines, Laksh.
Yeah, sorry. No, I said that. I mean, it's fun to be youngsters. Where you know, when you're on a flight, you're meeting someone. It's kind of cool and sweet to say something cheesy. And I think this is new age romance. She's saying there's turbulence, and I said, what was that turbulence in my heart? And it sounds really cheesy, really cheesy.
Really cheesy.
So it's fun.
I don't often remember anything cheesy. I think I just don't notice it. I don't remember.
No, I just ask Laksh.
Yeah, I think Laksh will know.
Don't worry.
Laksh, come on. I think you should open your.
Part 2 for part 2.
Yeah, the cheesy line for me in part 2.
Hi, myself Deepesh Pandey from दैनिक जागरण. मेरा सवाल लक्ष्य से रहेगा. मेरा सवाल लक्ष्य से रहेगा. लक्ष्य ये फिल्म 2 पार्ट्स में बन रही है. इससे पहले बाहुबली से लेके KGF कई पुष्पा भी 2 पार्ट्स में बन चुकी है. तो एज अ डायरेक्टर जब आप इसको 2 पार्ट में बना रहे थे, पहले से ही इंटेंशन था कि 2 पार्ट में बनाना है या फिर स्टोरी आपको 2 पार्ट में बनाते हुए लेंगे? दूसरा सवाल ये रहेगा कि अगर 2 पार्ट्स बना रहे हैं तो दोनों पार्ट्स के बीच में कितना गैप रहना या फिर आप जरूरी समझते हैं इसको?
देखिए, जो ये लेंड करता है ट्रोप, वो फ्रेंचाइजी टाइप ही है. जो पहले से हमें पता था कि हम बनाने वाले हैं ऐसे फ्रेंचाइजी, बट जो पार्ट 2 में आपको बहुत सरप्राइज होंगे. आप अगर इफ यू ऑल एक्सेप्ट दिस काइंड ऑफ सिनेमा इन पार्ट 1, पार्ट 2 विल बी इवन मोर सरप्राइजिंग दैट यू ऑल आर नॉट गोना थिंक. ऑलराइट, सो व्हाट वी प्लान टू डू इज एक्चुअली सी how it's accepted, and I don't think it's only part 2, it'll be part 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have different, our super soldiers continue. All right, so I think even Universal Soldier has 6 parts or something already. And what was your second question? Sorry.
जब 2 पार्ट्स में बना रहे हैं तो कितना गैप रखना दोनों पार्ट्स के बीच में जरूरी है या फिर गैप रखना पड़ता है?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. वी आर गोइंग टू फिगर आफ्टर दिस फिल्म वेयर इट लैंड्स, एंड उसके बाद हमें समझ आएगा कहाँ पे पार्ट 2 स्टार्ट होता है. बट पार्ट 2 इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट इन आवर हेड्स राइट नाउ 6 months आफ्टर पार्ट 1. ऑलराइट, सो समवेयर क्लोज टू दैट.
We'll take one last question, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't say. I think social media is a very powerful medium, and especially for me, because I'm an animal lover. So to protect animals, I think it's a great medium. My problem is I don't know how to use social media. I'm not good at it. So when someone's not really good at it, then I don't know why I need to be there.
I mean, I remember you telling me that when we were having this discussion about Instagram and social media, he was like, I'm really, not very good at it. He's like, Jackie, just help me with one thing. So I thought, okay, maybe he'll ask me to help him, how to make a reel or what to post. He's like, just make sure you repost the stuff that I post about animals if they need help, if they need anything, which is actually so amazing. He's using it for the better good, so yeah.
जॉन आपसे सवाल है आपकी एक इमेज बन गई है मैच्योर प्रोड्यूसर और एक सुलझा हुआ एक्टर कभी सेट पर ऐसा होता है कि इस एक्टर और प्रोड्यूसर के बीच में किसी डिसीजन को लेने के लिए के बीच में वो जो केओस बनता है दिमाग में जीत किसकी होती है आखिर?
I think हमेशा प्रोड्यूसर की जीत होती है हमेशा because I think the number one hero of the film जो main hero होता है वो हमेशा प्रोड्यूसर होता है, उसके बाद डायरेक्टर और उसके बाद एक्टर. तो अक्सर ये होता है कि जैसे मैंने कहा इट्स अबाउट बिजनेस, तो बजट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. तो एज एन एक्टर अगर मुझे 4 गाड़ियाँ को उड़ाना हो, आई से नो एक्शन सीक्वेंस रिक्वायर्स, फिर मेरे एसोसिएट प्रोड्यूसर आएंगे योगी मीनाक्षी के, नहीं जॉन यू आर मैड, वी डोंट हैव द बजट्स फॉर दैट, वी गॉट कंट्रोल. फिर मैं जाके लक्ष्य से बोलता हूँ लक्ष्य अपने को कंट्रोल करना अभी कैसे करें. So then we devise a plan. तो हमेशा प्रोड्यूसर की जीत होती है, but rightfully so.
जॉन आपकी फैन फॉलोइंग भी आपके एक्शन की अलग ही है. क्या कभी प्रेशर होता है दिमाग में कि पिछली फिल्म से ज्यादा बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस हो, एक्शन हो?
देखिए तो मेरा टेक बहुत ही अलग है इसमें. मेरे हिसाब से एक्शन विल ओनली वर्क इफ द इमोशन इज राइट. तो आप जो भी एक्शन करें, अगर आप दीवार को तोड़े, आप बैक फ्लिप्स करें, अगर आप जंप मारे यहाँ से वहां तक, I don't think it will work if the emotion is not right. तो emotion बहुत जरूरी होता है एक्शन के लिए. If the emotion is right, no, कोई भी एक्शन चलेगा. Any action will work. So emotion is very important. और एक्शन मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ पे नहीं होता है. Action is here. The strength is here. आप सिल्वेस्टर स्टेलोन को देखो, ड्वेन जॉनसन को देखो, विन डीजल, आर्नल्ड श्वार्ज़नेगर, ब्रूस विलिस, इनके बीच में क्या कॉमन चीज है आप मुझे बताओ. These are biggest action heroes of the world. What is the common thing? They cannot do action. It's their attitude. One says go ahead, make my day. One says this is Rio. One says I'll be back. तो attitude जो होता है वो बहुत important होता है. That is the most important. Body से action नहीं होता है. It's the emotion.
One last question from here. Yeah.
Hi John.
There is only 5 days gap between RR and this film, and since he's the producer, he says I want to make.
So my suggestion is Sanjay bhai sitting as a distributor.
I want to ask you. Obviously, there is a lot of expectation from Rajamouli sir. So if we don't get a proper window, how is he going to distribute, the theaters? And will your film be subjected to a set brotherly treatment?
Very good question. Very good question. This question I have also asked Sanjay Marudar, who's our distributor, Jayanti bhai, and till half an hour before we came into the press conference, I asked him, Sanjay bhai, हमारे कितने screens हैं? Rakul asked him. Rakul said, कितने screens हैं Sanjay bhai? So we've been promised a certain number of screens. So we've been assured by our partners that we will get good screening. I have a lot of respect for Rajamouli sir and his kind of cinema, but we also have a lot of respect for what we have done. So we are definitely not number 2 to anyone. And I think we are number 1 on our week.
मैं और बोलना चाहूँगा आपके लिए, आपके सवाल का. हर फिल्म की अपनी किस्मत होती है और एक दिन पे भी 2 फिल्में रिलीज हुई है और दोनों हिट हुई है. ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स हैं. और अगर अब बाहुबली भी आप देखें तो फर्स्ट पार्ट 100 की थी, सेकंड पार्ट 500 की थी. तो हमारी ये फिल्म भी ऐसी है कि बहुत नंबर बॉक्स ऑफिस आएगा इसका.
जॉन, दो और सवाल है, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट सवाल है कि you said you're not charging a fee, but as a producer you will also be getting the royalties, so the margin will be much more than what you.
Why are you so worried about it?
And then congratulations for giving the names of these ladies before. So in this male-dominated industry, do you think it will bridge the gaps?
I think it's important. It's important to give respect where it's due, and it's important to give position where it's due. And for me, Jacqueline and Rakul both They both are the heroes of my film, so they deserve their place.
आखिरी सवाल जी।
Hi John, this is Ravi from ABP News. John, अगर हॉलीवुड की बात की जाए, साइंस फिक्शन फिल्मों की बात की जाए, तो 60s-70s से वहाँ पे साइंस फिक्शन फिल्में बन रही हैं। स्टीवन स्पीलबर्ग से लेके बड़े-बड़े डायरेक्टर्स ने फिल्में बनाई हैं। डू यू थिंक कि बॉलीवुड साइंस फिक्शन फिल्मों को लेकर बहुत देर से जागा और हम बहुत पीछे हैं, और अब पिछले 10-15 सालों में ये चलन शुरू हुआ है कि साइंस फिक्शन फिल्में बनने लगी हैं? वी आर रियली वेरी फार बिहाइंड कि हम कैचअप करें, और अब ये ट्रेंड बढ़ेगा आपकी ये फिल्म आ रही है उसके बाद। और इसी से जुड़ा सवाल है कि साइंस फिक्शन फिल्मों के कितने बड़े आप फैन हैं?
तो यू हैव आंसर्ड द क्वेश्चन इन योर क्वेश्चन। हम लोग बहुत पीछे हैं, वी आर वेरी बिहाइंड, वी आर कैचिंग अप। दिस इज द फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड। इसके बाद मेरे प्रोडक्शन के दौरान मैं एक दूसरी फिल्म, बहुत ही यूनिक फिल्म भी कर रहा हूँ। So I am trying to encourage the space of science fiction and trying to do something different, क्योंकि आज की जो audience है, they want to see something different. They don't want to see, हमने सब try किया ना, normal commercial मसाला, it doesn't work. It doesn't work all the time. So it's important to try different stuff. तो मैं शायद यही कहना चाहूँगा कि Attack is the first mover in this space. हम लोग की जो फिल्म है वो पहली फिल्म है which is actually doing something different. और उसके बाद मेरे फिल्म्स के थ्रू और डेफिनेटली हमारे इंडस्ट्री में काफी ऐसे एक्टर्स भी होंगे which will try this space very soon.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here, for appreciating the hard work. यहाँ पे एक बार जोरदार तालियां for Attack Part 1. I'm saying again and again.